Okay. It's green now. Yeah, it wasn't green earlier. Can you guys hear me? Yeah, it's green. It look like I think it's working now. It's green.
It's working?
What the green thing's moving?
Mm.
I think it's working now. Yeah, okay. It had to restart.
I'll go down.
All right, go down. Oh, you can hear it now? Yeah, what's up, man? How you doing, man? Show. How y'all doing? How y'all was good? How y'all doing? I had to restart. How y'all doing tonight? How everybody going? If y'all can hear me? For sure. For sure. On this Sunday. I'm feeling good, man. Feeling good. Getting ready for the markets tomorrow. Going through my typical ritual, looking at all of my old trades through the week, seeing what worked, seeing what didn't, looking at different strategies, things like that. And so, I'll be feeling good on Sunday, man, because it's become Monday morning. Excited for you to be here too. Glad to have you here, man, for sure. For sure. How y'all doing, man? What y'all up to? What y'all up to? I got all my monitors and stuff up and loaded. So when y'all see me looking to the side, that's what I'm looking at. Y'all can't see them. But I got them. I be in the lab, man, all day. All the time. Man, hey, any questions? I always tell y'all, man. All I know, huh? For sure. Hey, I always get excited, man, to be Sundays is the day before Monday and the market's open. So, you just be adrenaline, man. Can't wait to get up Monday morning and see what's, what I'm saying, to get with it. So I'm always super excited, man, to be trading, and I hope to give off that, on these lives, man, when I be talking to y'all about delivering this information. Any questions, any topics, anything like that, anybody want to raise, shoot. What brings you to certain stocks and what helps you decide they are the industry. So the industry always gets me there. You know what I mean? Money Motivation University. Glad to have you, man. Glad to have you. Good to see you. So like an industry, meaning like technology or retail or the airline industry. So anytime I see an industry, something happening there, that's how I go try to find companies, because it makes it easy for me to go look if I just look for what's going on, right? It's a lot going on in the world, so you always don't really know which way to go. So sometimes you have to decide that a little faster. So what I do as a technique is to look at the industries first, then I pick the stocks. That's how I pick my stocks for the most part. Jiggy 1017, peace all the time. What's your night before and pre-market preparations? Man, look, hey. So I was just telling them, Jiggy, man, that I get up and I look at all my trades. So my ritual is I look at all my old trades through the week. I go through to see which trades worked, which trades didn't. Did I buy too many shares? That I didn't buy enough, especially if I took any losses for the week, to see how am I going to get in and out of these trades. So a big part of investing is if you in a trade, say you get in a trade and you get in a trade at $5 a share and the stock is down to $3. And you're like, do I want to take this hit because I want to jump on another company? Like, so my ritual is looking at those techniques to see what I need to do come Monday morning. So that's the rituals that I do. I've been doing these rituals for years too, a long, long time now. What you're thinking for this week's? So my thinking for this week's watch list is because I have investments into the Bitcoin space, not Bitcoin itself. Remember, I always tell you guys, we don't buy Bitcoin. I buy companies that trade the coin. Basically, they mine the coin, right? That's what the watch list look like this week because those companies, MARAWAL, the watch list I showed you guys, those companies are still trading well below levels that Bitcoin is right now. They're still trading below those levels. So my focus is still there because the value hasn't left. If the value doesn't leave, we don't leave. We don't go start trying to find, if something pops on our face as an investment opportunity, we take it, but we stay forward to the investments where the money is made. You know what I mean? We trying to get paid. Rachel, how you doing? I'm doing well. I'm doing great. How you doing? Thank you for being here. Good to see you. What do you think? Cause ClearSpark, 2 drop. Hey, they did, right? So ClearSpark fell, MARA fell, WALF fell, but the spreads was high. So if you look at, in fact, looking at MARA, I'm looking at Yahoo Finance right now, looking at the watch list, looking at on one of my monitors, looking at MARA, they was down to 1985. ClearSpark was down to 1595, but the high was 1570. The low was 1573, and this ClearSpark, and the high was 1648. So that's the spread with ClearSpark's revenue and Bitcoin still being where it is. ClearSpark shouldn't be trading at 1595 now, given that Bitcoin is still as high as it is. So they're still undervalued. And that's what the data show. What do you think? Let's say crypto isn't hot. What draws you to certain stocks when it's just another day with no special news or any major thing happening? So that's a good question. So if it ain't nothing going on, the hardest thing to do is just to try to sit there and pick stocks. It's going to be hard as hell to sit there and be like, man, what am I going to try to find? So what I always did as a strategy, and I still do today, is I look for industries that's in trouble. Because outside of that, you just going to have to try to find something and start trying to find value. So the first thing I do, I'll look and say, all right, right now, for example, I'll say the airline industry is experiencing problems with air travel, which is causing the airlines to lose money. I'll turn my gaze to the airline industry and start looking at those companies to see the valuation. If I looked around and said, oh, the retail space right now is having problems because Walmart came out and said that they see consumer spending slowing down, and therefore they see a shortfall in their revenue, we can conclude that other retailers smaller than Walmart are probably going to experience the same thing. So then I would turn my gaze to the retail space. So that's how I decide what to do when I'm not going to just one spot. That's a strategy that I use. What's a trip? And I just got a notification that Bitcoin is up over 63,000. So, right. So watch this. If Bitcoin, and this is what everybody got to understand, and I want to address something else real quick before I'm address something after this that somebody mentioned before. if Bitcoin is up $63,000, how can MARA current price $19.85, ClearSpark current price $15.95, right? How can these companies that's saying they're taking Bitcoin, bringing it out the ground, putting it on their balance sheet at $63 per coin? Whatever they mine right now trades at, they sell it at $63, but they don't sell it. They put it on the balance sheets. So if that's what they're doing, and they're saying we're going to mine more Bitcoin next quarter, and Bitcoin is still up this high, that's hundreds of millions and billions of dollars in the balance sheet. So how could, once again, at current 63,000 per coin, one coin, how can ClearSpark be trading at $15 when they 63,000 per coin? ClearSpark has to be trading at least what? $20, $25? It's $63 one coin. Excuse me, 63,000. So that's how you have to look at it. Now, if ClearSpark and MARA or any other Bitcoin miner said, hey, we losing money, then you want to run away from the stock, because Bitcoin being $63, 63,000 per coin wouldn't matter if the company said that they were still losing money on the coins that they're mining. You see what I'm saying? So if they're saying, hey, to take one coin out the ground, it cost us $10,000 and we can sell it for $63,000, the stock price is undervalued right now. So that's how we look at the valuations. That's how we look at the valuation. Don, what's up? What's up, man? Any advice you would give a young man trying to get into stocks? Any advice I give a young person, anybody trying to get into the markets, man, just get in. Just get in. If you don't get I recommend people read my material because I wrote the material. But if you don't want to read my material, you can read Stock Market for Dummies. Anything that's about dummies is a pretty good way to start. It gives you quite a bit of stuff. So just start there. What's your thoughts on NK as a buy after the 22nd post dip last week? Hold on. Let me see. All I get back sometime. Oh, please, all I know, get back, come with time, start here. Yes. That's a good place to start. Oh, I'm looking at my monitor. Right quick. Okay, I want to pull up. I'm gonna pull up something right quick. No. Okay. So this is the thing. Nike is a big company, but Rachel, Jiggy, you are spot on, right on. Nike's pulled back. Now, currently, Nike is at $75.37, down $18.82, down 20%, like you said, okay? So the first thing we want to do, and I want to bring everybody's attention to Nike, right? Ticker symbol NKE. Somebody just asked, how do you find value? What did I just tell you? The minute you see turmoil, that's where you turn your gaze. Now, Nike, right, is the biggest on the block when it comes to what they do. So the first thing we want to know is we want to get a sense of the stabilization of Nike given a pullback so heavy. And this is how quick we do that. You go to Yahoo Finance, right? You go to Yahoo Finance and you go to statistics. And what we want to find out real quick is, what is Nike revenue last year? $51 billion, 12 months. Okay, that's revenue last year. Next thing we want to know real quick is how much income Nike had. They have $5 billion in profit. Okay, so this is what they had last year. So anything that we see right now, as far as a pullback in price, is a buying opportunity, because the company got $50 billion in sales, which means somehow, somewhere, which is easy for us to find out, right? Nike stock, this is the headline. Nike stock sinks after company projects larger sales decline than expected. Watch this. Watch this. I'm about to give y'all some game right here. This the rawest game. Look what the article says. And this is how you find undervalued stocks very quickly. The article says, Nike stock sinks after company projects larger sales decline than expected in 2025. We ain't even in 2025 yet. We ain't even there. We ain't even there. So the fact that we not in 2025 yet and Apple's stock is already down 20% comes with a buying opportunity. Now, because they projected these sales, we know that Nike still have to report third quarter earnings and fourth quarter earnings. So when do Nike report? Let's see if we can see when they report. They don't got it out. They don't got the earnings date up there yet when they report. But I imagine they're getting ready to report soon. So Nike, the stock is probably going to pull back a little bit more. That is probably going to happen. But what Nike's going to do real soon, shortly, is cut costs. That's it. They're going to cut costs. And when they cut costs, those cost savings are going to be added on as profit. And it's going to make people think Nike has sold more products, but all they did was cut costs, and that pushes the stock price up. That's a trick. It's a good one to use. It's a good way to make some good money off that, right? It's a good play, Nike. I'm about to get me some of them. Let me see. You're saying ask the question. Which I can't see it. Oh, okay, there you go. Let me see. Oh, I don't do that. Something might click. All the time, my brother. XRP Solar, goodbye, like MRA. XRP doesn't move the same. So XRP is the coin. So if you get the coin has to move back by other speculative things that's not the same as MRA. MRA moves based on the money the company makes by mining Bitcoin based on what Bitcoin costs per coin. Okay. XRP, that's not what XRP is standing on. XRP is not standing on a cash producing business. So you guys gotta remember this. Okay. Crypto is not sitting on a cash producing business. So it's hard to find the evaluations part. MARA, the mining companies are sitting on a cash producing business. And that's what we're valuing the stock behind. All right. Do you read 10K, 10Q, or just listen to earnings call? I just listened to the earnings call. It's very rare I read any of that stuff, any 10K, any Q. I just listen to the earnings calls, read the articles, and do my general research. Hey, Curtis, glad to. One source, thank you, my brother. Good to see you. Good to see you. Do you can get that course? Yes, I seen the news with Nike when I was researching another company while working on your course. Yeah. Put Nike on your watch list. Nike should be in the same category as NVIDIA. Nike is to the apparel industry is what NVIDIA is to the gaming world. Juggernauts there. And Nike's pulled back right now. I hope it pulled back a little bit more. That's what I hope. What information did you learn that changed how you approach stocks? So what information did I learn that changed how I approach stocks and has worked for me since? The emotions has never failed me. Meaning that when I understood that the markets moved based on what people believe is the truth instead of the facts, that's what changed for me. That's what made it easier for me to invest and trade and believe in the system. Because now when the real information come out, I don't have to try to determine if the data is real. See, here's the thing about the psychology of the markets, and I teach this. I used to teach this when I was in the pen. The psychology of the markets is I don't have to figure out if the information is real or not. That's not the key here. What you have to figure out is how other people interpret the data, because those are the people who you're buying and selling stocks to. It's game. It's game. You buying and selling stocks to regular people. You're not buying and selling stocks with the government. So if the government come out and say, hey, man, we believe the Treasury going to cut interest rates, regular people are the people that's hearing that and buying and selling. The major investors, the institutional investors, already know what the data is. So they don't panic. They're not buying and selling. It's the little guy who's doing all the buying and selling, which is where the volatility comes from. And once I learned that, changed everything. Changed everything. Serves me well to this day, which is why I try to teach these other people. Hey, Curtis, glad to see you back. The video is down. Man, so where did you get NVIDIA at? One shows, where'd you get it at? You don't mind where you get it at? You saying, do I recommend keeping it? Where you buy it at? And yes, I do recommend NVIDIA is going to be 200 for sure. But it's a possibility, Trevor. Where'd you get it at? Yes, yes, heavy but consistent. All of the abbreviation tickers are ETFs. Okay, none. Is it none? Is that a question? Tech heavy but consistent. All of the abbreviated tickers. If you asking the question, I'm not understanding it. Nike just okay. So Nike just reported third. That's right. So Nike reported Thursday. Next date 8/24. So Nike didn't report to August. So in this case, what we're looking for now is for the volume in Nike to slow down so the price can level off and go back up. So come throughout this week, continue to watch the stock for these heavy pullbacks. And I'm going to keep you guys abreast because I'm going to be on Nike for sure. So ride is similar. Yes, ride is similar to MARA. Ride is similar to MARA. Ride is similar. What do you so I've been following Relevant for a long time, since they went public. And it's Dave, the car company, the truck company has been able to turn things around as it relates to revenue, right? They came out hitting hard. The stock was up because I was following them, and they tanked. Revenue last year was a little under $5 billion. This is Relevant, y'all. Ticker symbol RIVN. I'm always pronouncing this wrong. Latrice, if I'm getting that wrong, please forgive me. Good to see you. So Latrice is asking me about Relevant. The ticker symbol is RIVN. Excuse me. But they had a little under $5 billion in revenue. But here's the thing: they had $5 billion in losses. So they got about $7 billion in cash on the balance sheets. Operating cash flow obviously is behind. And the company's worth about $13 billion. They're still a big company. They've been having delivery problems. So the problem is it's the cash burn, right? And so when you are a major car company or electric cars or standard cars, the cost to making these cars are huge. And because you're dealing with a lot of raw material costs that changes to the market, it fluctuates the prices in which it's costing them to get the cars made. And so when during the pandemic, when you had the bottleneck of the industry locked up and you couldn't get parts and stuff there, this company ran into that constraint along with a lot of the other major car companies, Toyota, Ford, everybody. No one was exempt from the car parts shortage. But they've been able to turn some things around, but they got a big cash burn. So currently looking at the price at $13.42, the price has room to come down. If they run into any sort of troubles with delays on shipment orders, whether it's because of price constraints or not, those delays will cause the company not to have that money in the coffin, which will cause them to report a profit miss and push the price down. So this is a company here you really want to be mindful of and be cautious with dealing with Relevant. So that's my take on that. Speaking of the airline sectors, your thoughts on Boeing buying Spirit while going through the Feds lawsuit. So, Boeing is, you can put Boeing in the category of Nike and NVIDIA. Boeing is a big company. Boeing is the big boy on the block when it comes to aerospace and defense, particularly and large 747 jumbo transport planes and commercial airliners. Obviously, Boeing ran into a bunch of problems when the Dreamliner crashed. They had them 2 big crashes and they killed all those people. That put a lot of restraint on Boeing, as well as the part supplies that hit the car industry hit Boeing as well when you didn't have a lot of air travel during the pandemic. And so Boeing has still been trying to recover to get back orders that it lost because it had to cut orders because it couldn't refill them due to restraints of the pandemic. Also due to the lawsuits that it was doing and the reconfigurations that Boeing had to make to the Dreamliner, that also kept some of them planes offline, right? So orders didn't get to where it got to get to. So Boeing so Boeing's prices came down. Boeing was able to stabilize. Right now, let me check something. Boeing is actually on the watch list too. And we got Boeing is $182.01 right now. Still a big company. Buying Spirit to move into that area is a way for Boeing to ramp up other sources of revenue to diversify the portfolio. Now, they're finna go through a bunch of regulatory hurdles to get this move done. But Boeing would have no other way to diversify the portfolio to enter into commercial aviation outside of making planes if they didn't purchase a carrier outright. So this is a move to further that agenda. This is their only way in. They can't decide, hey, we're going to build a airline from the ground. It'll never work. So the fastest way into the market is to purchase. And so I don't know what that looks like as far as integration, but Boeing is a big company. I think the stock price will come down going through this lawsuit if shareholders believe that they don't think it'll fit. I'm still trying to kind of work the kinks and see, like, what does it look like under Boeing, but I don't know. What if someone has $5,000 to invest? What's your next move? If a person got $5,000 to invest, I would tell a person right now and say, well, is that $5,000 money you can lose, or is that money you can't lose? That's what I'd ask them. One source, Robinhood. I got in a video. Oh, you got a video from Robinhood. Okay, for sure. Where you getting the video at? Which is better value, more or Riot? Man. Coming with some guns tonight, huh? Yeah. All right. Money motivating. Okay. So let me answer that like this. Somebody was on my live or seen me somewhere and said, hey, I've never heard anybody say, man, only buy stocks if you got this amount of money, and if you ain't got this amount of money, don't buy them, or something like that. Basically, I told people, and I still tell people, and I'm about to tell you tonight, so I hope this person is watching, that if you have $10,000, you shouldn't buy stock over $10. If you got $5, if you got $5,000, you shouldn't buy stock over $5. If you got $7,000, you shouldn't buy stock over $7. I said that, and someone saying they never heard that, and they don't know if that's adequate information or not. Okay, so let me clear something up so we all on the same page here. I am and will always be and continue to be self-taught, meaning that every strategy I got, I learned. Ain't nobody taught me shit. Meaning I have not picked a strategy. Now, I have idols, Warren Buffett being one of them, who I look at the techniques and things he's done, but my strategies are fully developed based on my approach to finance and my approach to business and my approach to the connection of people. So when I say to people, hey man, this is how you invest, what we have to first learn how to do in investing is to learn how to budget the money that you invest in the markets. It's just like if you was going out to buy a car. It's just like if you was going out to go to get an apartment, and you going out saying, well, look, man, this person saying they want to charge me $1,500. This person saying they want to charge me $2,000. What you gonna say? You just gonna jump on the first thing? Nah, you're gonna check and see. So in the markets, it's the same way. So I developed techniques and strategies to say, if you got $5,000, okay, $5,000. If you buy a stock that's $5 and below, you can get yourself at least 1,000 shares of that stock. Okay? Now watch this. If you buy a stock and you buy 100 shares, 200 shares, 150 shares, 40 shares, you make times what you purchase. Okay? If you buy 100 shares and the stock price rise $1, you make $100. Okay? If you buy 200 shares and the stock price $1, you make $200. If you buy 570 shares and the stock price rise $1, you make $570. Now watch me here, because this is important. I want y'all to understand this. If you buy 1,000 shares, every time the stock price rises $1, you make $100. Okay? And every time the stock price rises $1, you make $1,000. So, for budget purposes, if you got $5,000, right, and you go buy a stock that's $20, how many shares you gonna get? What? 100? 200? So why would you take $5,000, go buy a stock that's $25, get 15 shares, when you can take that same $5,000 and go find a stock that's $4, get 1,000 shares, let the stock jump 20 cents and make $200, instead of buying a stock for $50 with $5,000. It makes no sense. It's horrible and bad budgeting. And so I try to teach people. The big dogs on Wall Street, they try to tell you, oh, go buy fractional finance. Hey, take your money, take your $20,000 and go buy NVIDIA. Take your $20,000 and go buy Berkshire Hathaway. How the hell you gonna make money if you take $50,000 and you go buy stocks that's $3,000, one share? If you buy one coin of Bitcoin for 60 grand, right? Watch this. $60,000. MARA is $18 per share. 60,000 for the coin, $18 for the stock. How many shares can you get with 60 grand for one share? 60. So when I tell people, do not take your money and stretch your money so far where you do all this damn research and then you can't see nothing because you're trying to take $2,000, $3,000 and buy stocks that's $6 or $7. You can't make any money that way, because if you could, your portfolio would already be up. So I developed strategies that's way more better for us, right? Minorities, people on the lower end of the spectrum who need to get in the game, don't have much money. We use this technique so we can grow our portfolios. While we grow our portfolios, we learn strategies. We learn emotional connection. We learn how to understand that this $2,000 is to be seen exactly if it was $50,000. That's what you learn when you start with this strategy. You have to see it all with the same level of value. So the emotional side don't get in the way, and 2,000, 3,000 can turn into 10,000. I know because I've done it. It's a pretty good strategy too, works well. So I really just had to put that out there, man, because I want y'all to understand these strategies here, man. Don't sell yourself short by taking $10,000 or $20,000 and buying $50 and $60 stocks. You cannot and you will not grow your portfolio that way. I promise you. I promise you. You won't. You won't. You gonna be sitting there talking about, man, I got shares in the 20 companies valued at 15 grand. Most people like that. Probably some of y'all like this on the live right now like that. So just really be mindful about that. You gotta really be mindful about that. You know, we don't want to get wrapped up in them type of strategy. We're trying to make money right here. Good money, by the way. Oh, is it? Good evening, son. What's up, man? VS, what's up? How you doing, man? Who are you? I value you. You have helped me in this industry. I'm still learning, but you taught from your innermost being, because this is how you learn. Thank you, man. I appreciate that, man. It means a lot to me, man. It means a lot to me. It makes sense to buy stocks below 10 if you only have right. Right. I know. I know. All the time. That's all I'm trying to get people to see, man. It's a game to this. You can't get wrapped up in the people on Wall Street saying, hey, man, go get these index funds. Hey, man, go get this. My little brother right now, he got his money in index fund. Hey, it's 15, 1600. It's been there for some years. He ain't done nothing. But he got it there. It's safe. But safe, you trying to make money. Don't mistake making money for risk. Don't mistake that. Don't mistake you being active with your money for you risking your money. Because that's what they're going to try to get you to see. Oh, man, don't be trying to trade your money all the time. Don't be looking at your money all the time. Well, don't look at your money all the time. How the hell are you going to know what to do with it then if you don't look at your money all the time? No, don't mistake that. When you are vigilant about your money, you are being wise and astute, and that's how you're going to know to be able to go make these transactions, because you're going to be able to see stuff. So you can't sit there on the sidelines and just let your money sit there hoping that it go up, based on the industry, which it may and it will, but that doesn't mean generational wealth. It just means you made some money investing. That's it. Anybody can do that. So putting aside emotion when it comes to the stock, how do you apply timing to the strides on a daily trade? Explain with examples, please. So timing on a trade, right? So let's say get up in the morning, MARA is at $19. Okay. Now you get up in the morning, MARA is at $19. Bitcoin is up $2,000. Okay. Bitcoin rises to $21. 10 minutes after you see it. Okay. Now, when Bitcoin is up 2,000 and MARA just jumped $2, the timing on the trade is 10 minutes, 5 minutes into the trade, and already I'm up $2 on the trade. The timing is because I don't know why it's up this fast, you sell it. That's emotions aside. You don't say, wow, what's up? It's probably going to keep going. It might. The timing is MARA is up in the morning. Bitcoin is up 2,000. Now you can say it's probably up because of Bitcoin, but Bitcoin trades 24 hours a day. So we could say that and could be right. But what we know to be true is we're up right now $2. The timing is the market's just open and you're already made money. You sell it. That's the timing on the trade. That's a strategy. When you see the market's fresh open in the mornings and you haven't had time to digest the material, you haven't had time to look at the material because ain't no material to look at because the market just open and your damn screen still rendering, and you look up and see the stock up and you like, man, it's up $2. And then you say, man, it's probably going to keep going. That's where the emotions interrupts the strategy. There is no what is going to keep going up. There is no what is keep going to do. There is no why it's doing what it's doing. The only strategy there is it's up right now and you take it right now. That's all you know. That's the timing on the trade. That's how you have to time the trade. If you do that, the emotions aside will cause you to see it and take it. You won't be like, oh, wow. The adrenaline won't kick in. It's just the timing of the trade. That's what I mean by that. So I hope that gave you an example. So Wolf is a good move for tip 5K. I think so. I think Wolf was a good move. So let me say this. So the other part of these strategies, and this is very, very important. Okay? It's very important. This is. Bitcoin is not backed by any cash producing asset. Okay? Meaning this, Microsoft is built on computers. They sell computers to make money and sell software, right? Bitcoin doesn't do that. At least I ain't never seen it. I don't know what they do. Okay? But they do. Good night, Joy. See you later, man. Peace out. Stay tuned for next time. Right? But they don't have anything that's cash producing that I know of. So, with that being said, it is still possible that Bitcoin can have a huge fall, not a bottom out, not a wipeout, but that Bitcoin, because it's not backed by something of value, the coin still has subject to fall without any sort of backing, unless the government decides to put in circuit breakers and all that sort of stuff for Bitcoin like to do the regular markets. But with that aside, it is very, very important that when you purchase mining companies who don't have the revenue to support it, that you put stop loss orders in place to protect your investment. Okay? That means that you have to go in, tell the computer, if the stock price fall below a certain amount, you pick. As an example, let's say we grab WULF and we grab them at $4.50. Okay, so $4.50, that's gonna cost $4,500 to get 1,000 shares, right? We don't do no 2, we don't do no 50, 60, we do 1,000 or we don't do nothing. Now, the only reason why you wouldn't do 1,000 shares of a stock, this means you're going to deploy another type of strategy, meaning that you're going to be trading in roller stocks. And I haven't really given too much game about that, but roller stocks is a type of stock that if you're trading in those companies, you don't need 1,000 shares, but you need a lot of money. Meaning that those company stock prices are $190, $200, $300, $500, $600. You might only can get 500 or 600 shares of those stocks, but the stock prices move $30, $40. Yeah. So now you buying 500 shares of a stock moving $15, you can get 500 shares of that versus having 1,000 shares of a stock that ain't moving nothing but 1 cent. So, but in this strategy, you want to put limit orders in place. So if we was to buy it Wolf at $4.50 for 1,000 shares for $4,500, and you now have to decide how much money are you willing to lose on a trade. This is how you exit a trade. Okay, this is one strategy. There's a few others, but this one. The way you exit the trade is you set your out route before you purchase the stock. Okay? Because you want to say, I'm going in to buy the stock at $4.50. Excuse me. If the stock falls to $4, I'm going to sell it, and I'm only willing to lose this much money on the trade. Solo the Great. Yes, sir, man. I'm home. Thank you, my brother. I'm home, man. Right? That's how you want to exit the trade. So you want to set the price, what you would lose. So when you buy the stock, you automatically set the limit order. That way, if anything ever happens, you only on the hook for a certain amount of money. Okay? So remember that. Okay. Hold on. All right. Plus, you can run cover calls. Yes. Yeah. You can run the cover calls using for all the time. All the time. Thank you, my brother. Thank you. Which dad you talking about? All the time. Of course, I'm gonna see you. I understand that you saying ride is at 953 versus MR 2028. I'll get double on ride bit of value. So look, okay, so for sure, right now, this the thing about it, okay? As a strategy wise, they both gonna move lightweight and tandem, okay? So on one hand, Riot is cheaper at 953. So we're going to be able to get more shares, which means we don't need Riot stock price to go as higher to get the returns. MARA, you're going to get less shares, but MARA moves faster. So you see the trade-off? You see trade-off in the strategies? So in this strategy, you want to weigh, okay, am I looking for one to move where I can see the returns a little sooner, or am I looking for one where I can sit a little bit? It's relative. It allows you to pick which one. Okay. Are you trading pre-market in order to capture those gains when the market's open? Rachel, I do. So I do trade pre-market now. I do trade pre-market. Pre-market is very hard to trade, y'all. Volume is extremely low in pre-market. But let me say this. I don't trade pre-market. Excuse me. I trade pre-market all the time, but I do not capture the gains like that in pre-market all the time. I've captured more gains catching the markets when they open at 6:30 in the first 30 minutes of the trading than I have captured trading pre-market. So let me say that, right? That's why I always like catching the markets when they open, because it's value. It's a lot of value in the markets in the early hours, man. Be a lot of value, especially you catch them prices. You be like, you wake up in the morning, be like, damn, I'm already up like 4 racks. It be like that, because volume be spiking in the mornings. Also be down too. Thanks for dropping some gems. Gotta run. All right, Jigga, for sure, my brother. You teaching what's this? You teach tough so that you can investment. You teach tough so that you can have investments that you can last long. Yes, sir. Oh, for sure. You got to be tough on it. You cannot be soft on your investments. You can't be like, oh man, it's cool. Ain't nothing cute about this shit. We getting paid. Man, we don't want it to be cute. Man, this is money management at its finest. And we ain't got no degrees and we still getting money. You know what I mean? Because we discipline and we structure, right? We don't have to be the smartest man in the room. You ain't got to have a degree. You got to be disciplined and motivated and structured. That's it. Mickey, what's good, bro? What's happening, man? What's good? Are you ain't no circuit breakers on coin? But yeah, I know, right? When Bitcoin dropped, right? Wasn't no coin break. Exactly. Wasn't no circuit breakers there. And that's my point. That's a good point, Rich, for sure. Ain't no circuit breakers there. Do you advise staying in Robinhood? So I do not advise personally staying in Robinhood. Not that I think something wrong with the company. I personally invest in Robinhood stock. So I bought a stock. The platform to me is more for people who just want to have fun. They built it more for people that want to go on and trade and all these bells and whistles. I'm trying to get to I want my trading platform to look professional. I want it to look like a damn trading platform. I don't want to go in there and be like, oh man, I want to go in there like, damn, man, how I use this? I want it to look like that. I want to be like, man, how you use this? I don't want to go in there and be like, oh, I hit this and rainbows drop to show me I made trades. I don't like that. But some people might like that, but I don't. So I don't recommend Robinhood. I recommend Merrill Edge, Fidelity, things like those. A lot of people already got them the ones that I recommend. Solo the Great, thank you, man. I appreciate it. Jay Rodriguez from Detroit, man. Nice to meet you, man. I can't wait to get out there, man. I can't wait to get all those spots. Salute. Everybody can't trade in premium. I think you have to be approved or something. So you do, and you also have to have. So they've changed the criteria a lot from when I started trading, right? Trading is more restrictive than it was in the past, and so yes, you do have to have certain qualifications. You have to have a certain amount of money to do allow things down. So it has changed a lot. It has changed a lot. Vince, what's up, man? What's good? Yeah, got to get up early, man. I do believe in look, man. So you asked me, do I believe in patterns? Bro, I specialize in patterns. One of the things that I struggled with outside of my reading was my comprehension. And I couldn't comprehend very well. Reading was in itself a disenfranchised part of my makeup, that there was no way to change that side of me without being able to educate myself. So no matter what money I got, no matter what success I had, I was always destined to be disenfranchised because I was uneducated. And being not only uneducated where I couldn't read, not being able to comprehend, but not being able to comprehend and heighten my sense to patterns, which is something I developed when I started to learn to read. Well, before I learned to read, when I was in prison. And patterns became my language and how I saw things, particularly numbers. It was the way I related to the numbers. And so I devised and started creating these systems. One in particular called a column check system. And this system that I designed was how I learned how to find patterns within the prices, because I didn't have computers. And so one of those systems looked like this. I might have showed y'all a little bit of it before, but look. So this right here, this is Microsoft. So first, this book right here, see these tabs at the top? These tabs right here are the tabs of different industries and sectors. So you see right here, I have hardware and equipment right there. So you see the tabs at the top. You see telecommunications, semiconductor, hardware. So when you open up the tab, it takes you to this. That's Apple. And so this is Apple's stock. You see that date right there? You see this date right here in the corner? Right there? That date is January 28th, 1999. Price $40.88. That's the day I started tracking Apple. I started tracking Apple stock January 28th, 1999. I've been tracking Apple stock since then. Every company in this book, which is about 100, I've been tracking since 1999 using, this is Intel. That's Intel. And then when I went to the hole, when I got wrapped up, because, you know, after I'd go in, trade stocks, get in trouble, get transferred to another prison after I get caught dealing with the staff or whatever I was doing, I was in the hole, so I had to handwrite everything. And this is the handwriting, me continue to handwrite it and built a system through the years. 2012, 2016. And so I just kept the system going and just kept developing. So patterns is a big part of my trading platform. Huge part. I see patterns in my sleep. I think that's been my biggest strength also with trading is that I see patterns very quickly. I can look at, for example, when you know Nike, I already can see kind of where Nike stock is going to go, kind of the range of the buy-in. So come tomorrow, after I look at tomorrow, that'll give me enough data. So them 2 days will give me enough data to know where should I buy Nike stock at, because I've already seen the patterns based on looking at the historical data that I've been tracking it for years. So patterns is huge and they're really, really helpful. I had 1,000 shares in that one stock, and the next moment I noticed I had 38 shares. What stock you talking about? You talking about a solar? Which one you talking about? You said you had 1,000 shares, you had 38. How important is PE versus price to earnings shares when looking for long term? So Jiggy, I don't use the PE or the earnings. I've never have. I know what it means. I've never used it one time to not pick one stock ever in my life. Never. So I don't know how they use it to find the value that they find. I've never used it ever. What's your thoughts on DEF? So what's my thoughts on DEFI? That's a Bitcoin ETF. So I don't invest in ETFs. I don't know anything about this ETF here either. All I know is it's a fund. It's benchmarks against the future markets. So I don't know much about that fund. The BEF fund. Patterns that can be used daily, weekly, monthly, and yearly, for sure. For sure. What do you recommend again instead of Robinhood? I recommend Merrill Edge, Fidelity, any one of those. Yes, TD Charles Schwab looks like it's hard to use. And I got a Charles Schwab account too. Charles Schwab has something called Think or Swim, where you can practice trade. I use Charles Schwab. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. That's a good thing to practice trades. How about we hook up to have them out here in the D? Can we hook up behind the scenes? Man, my manager's name Kahalachi J. Rodriguez. Thanks. Okay. All words that you can have heard has allowed your comprehension that you heard has allowed your comprehension to become support. Well, thank you. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. I tried our man with common sense. Outside of Robinhood, looks is the information the same on either platform? Yeah, so all the trading platforms are relatively free. All the trading platforms is going to have buy, sell. All the general bells and whistles will be the same. So because I am a professional trader, and I'm a fan of finance, my preference for trading is just a little bit more high standard than the typical platform. So when I saw the platform itself, I just didn't like it, but the other ones will be the same. They'll offer more stuff also. Tracking has allowed you to become an investor who is packed. It has. Tracking, yeah, it has. And I didn't know it would do that. I didn't know that I would pick up that kind of a technique with patterns, but I have. I picked up patterns that I didn't even know that I can pick up. Any popular economic or stocks up there with crypto right now? So not really, man. Like sometimes, and it's just nothing hasn't happened yet. Like I say, the biggest thing right now is Nvidia, the Boeing news, obviously crypto, because of how that is, and Nike, like Nike down 20%, like things like that are what make really big popular news. You know, that's what made really big popular news. And those are the areas in which you go to, you know. And now, obviously, if those areas are, you know, $50, $60 stocks and you 5-10 G's, then you can't go that area. Then you have to find areas where, you know, things are a little bit undervalued, more undervalued. I brought stocks X Edge on Robinhood, and now they don't support this. That's the other thing about getting that cheap shit, right? You know, now they don't support, you know what I mean? So like the bigger platforms, stuff like that will be rare. You know what I mean? Like, you know, you'll get warned, and you know, it's just rare. You know, that's the kind of stuff I'm talking about. Now they don't support it. Using crypto protocols for your likes. Using crypto protocols for yields like bonds, but better higher returns. Yeah, it depends on the strategy you can use. Especially with the election. Well, so you know, with the election going on, man, like, you know, industries change during these cycles. So as the election year turns, you'll get to see what industries to start cozying, not cozying, depending on which way the White House swing. You know what I mean? So then you start having like more stuff happening. You know, you might have things pick up in defense because a Republican to win, and people say, well, a Republican win, they're gonna ramp up defense spending. So since they're gonna ramp up defense spending, that means that Lockheed Martin, Northrop Grumman, Boeing, right? Aerodynamics, these other aero and defense contractors are going to get more federal dollars. So those stock prices will be going higher because those companies are going to announce huge defense contracts that they have with the federal government. So like that's like guaranteed money. You know what I mean? So if that's the kind of swing you can see in politics, depending on where the White House will swing with the industry. If you ever start a firm, I will apply all the time. Hey, I plan on starting my firm, man. I plan on starting my fund for sure. What about trading gold? So I mean, I don't personally trade commodities, right? I don't, but people do. If people had bought gold years ago, you'd be up right now. You know what I mean? So gold has had value, has value today. I don't particularly trade it. I don't follow it enough to trade it outside of just knowing the value of gold, you know, if that makes sense. Well, that's what some say. That's what some say. That's what some say. Do you still looking to learning and let's see. Oh, do you still looking to learn and yeah, so the areas, so what I do, what my education is, and that's a good question, right? Like what I do in my education is strengthen the areas of my platform that I don't understand. right? And I don't go out to try to learn new ideas and learn new techniques. I go out to find information to strengthen my current techniques and the things that I have, because that's what the platform is built on. And so for me, I'm very, very selective about the information that I intake, because this is one thing that we have to be careful about as we educate ourselves about information. And this is something that has haunted me before I became confident enough to educate myself and be intentional about that. Is that when you intake information and the information is wrong, or the information is misleading, or the information um, doesn't land in the way that it's supposed to, that information can ruin your life, right? It can cause you to believe things that's not true, which will cause you to make decisions about things that's not true. And so when it comes to investing, there are many people out there, there are many platforms out there, the government, all kind of stuff that has a false sense of how to build finance. And this is people even who got it, right? The government is the people who has built this and made it so people can get wealthy, and yet the government gives out the worst information of everybody, right? The government tells you to spend, 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 and that is the worst information you can give anybody, and it comes directly from our government. So, you know, when I learn information about strengthening my platform, it's because I know that my platform is pure to what I'm doing with it. Like, I don't got to worry about someone being overly emotional, because the platform isn't built from that perspective, right? It's built around being able to control emotions, understand what's going on, make sound decisions, and trade. So, you know, I try to find information to help me strengthen that perspective. Uh, uh, um, so I kind of be very, particular about the stuff that I'm educating, and a lot of stuff that I'm really looking and learning now is just a lot of economic stuff, just a lot of like how the economy is working. Because now that I'm out, I can see things that I couldn't see in prison about the economy that I now got questions about. So I'm looking at a lot of like economic courses. Like I took a course on I think I took a course at Coursera. What college was that? I forget one of them online colleges. I took a couple little economic courses to kind of just, so I'm a geek in that way. I love the economy. I love like all like the economic stuff. I love the like, know all the history of the economics, the wars. Like, I'm really big into that stuff. So I'm a geek when it comes to a lot of that. That's my education platform, and it helps me with my trading a lot. Okay, just out of curiosity, what's your thoughts on Donald Trump's stock? So I bought Trump stock before, and I bought the casino. I bought a couple of the publicly traded companies that his consortium or his company backed. And they sanctify bankruptcy like a lot of companies. So yeah, I was a fan of the companies because I was like, okay, Trump's on them, you know what I'm saying? They in, and I bought the stocks, and stocks fell. So yeah, it's like I do my research on them, try to see what same research I do on the rest of them. And many of them start off with some earnings, and then the earnings just dry up. The business models don't be as sound as they need to be, and they run into money problems. That's what I've typically seen with those companies. They ran into money problems, not having enough liquidity. Pursuit of happiness too. Right there. So EV charging stations, here's the thing, like EV charging stations expand based on government subsidies. Okay. Like Tesla is not Tesla, Toyota, no major EV maker is going to go in on a one-man show and start building charging stations without any government support or subsidies. Okay. So that's first. And so second, that expansion of charging stations happens as EV sales pick up and as EV sales expand. Okay. And the largest market for EV sales for the largest EV maker, which is Tesla, is the state of California. And the state of California EV sales have been falling. Okay. They've been falling. And Tesla, who's the biggest EV maker, sales have been falling also. So a lot of the charging stations that the government was supporting back won't get made if these sales continue to decline. The pace in which EV charge stations will go up will rapidly decrease because funding will dry up. Unlike, in China or Japan, South Korea, areas like that, but specifically China, when the government subsidize a project, the project is completed despite the interference or the decline of partnership from the private sector. Meaning that if a private company was going to partner with the government on building a rail line and the private company couldn't get it done, the government would still proceed. It's the government, right? In this country, that's not the case. So EV stations are running into that problem, which is why people who have EV makers today are already like, man, this is long as this is between the charging stations, because the charging stations aren't keeping pace with EV sales because EV sales are declining. So that's what I think about it. Gold stocks, I like dirty weed, slow as crypto is. Sure, okay. The Man Who Built America. Now, I ain't never seen that show, The Man Who Built America. I never seen that show. Korean the Post. In Forex, you can make 100 with 150 by 11 AM trading gold. That's true. That's true, KPT. That's true. Do you like long-term investing, and do you consider NVIDIA to be one that has the potential to be one of those companies? So I do like long-term investing, but I don't call it long-term investing. I call it active investing, meaning that any strategy we put forth to trade a particular company has a long-term and short-term play, unless the stock is just a general stock. If we pick a stock that's a roller stock, we have a long-term and short-term play because it's two types of companies. If we pick a stock that's just a long-term stock, we sit there. NVIDIA is a long-term stock, but NVIDIA is also a roller stock, which means you can apply two different strategies to NVIDIA. One, buy it, hold it till it get to 300-400 in your retirement, whenever that is, year or two, or trade it while the stock go up and down, right? So it depends. I like active investing. I am an active investor. I don't trade long-term or short. I trade actively. My pleasure. For sure. Well, Jay Neismith, for sure. That is true. But in this case, it's a little bit different because NVIDIA is already established company. So typically, like you say, The smart money, the layman's men will be getting in because they see the price down. But because NVIDIA's revenue and profit margin are so juiced up, given their services and profit and products they provide, right? Now, the smart money is grab them for the long haul, because we believe that their new product, Blackwell, is going to have blockbuster sales for the next 4 or 5 years. So we believe getting them at 120 now, it's going to be cool if they at 500. This is what the major institutional investors thinking. The little guys thinking that too, but the little guys also overly emotional, which is the layman's man, as you say. The layman's man is thinking, let me get in and hold, but also some of the layman's men is thinking, let me get in and make some quick money, which is why we got huge volatility swings. And in less than a month, NVIDIA has risen $20 and come down, like this. And that's partially due to heavy volatility from retail investors. The institutional investor has no need to trade NVIDIA. He has no need to go in and buy it, sell it, or try to make any money. Why? Because once NVIDIA stock price split and they increase the number of shares they got on the market to billions now, it's so many shares for him to go buy, there's no need to trade the stock. Just go in and go grab 400 or 500 million shares and sit on it for the next 4 years and go to make $3 or $4 billion. That's the thinking. That's the thinking. NVIDIA is one of those companies, man. They don't come around too often where you can get them this low with profits that high. They have $40 billion in profits. It's absolutely amazing. Amazing. $40 billion in 12 months. It's crazy. Okay. They need to give you a budgeted consult contract with the city of Oakland. Hey, I know. Hey, I know, man. The city is a damn mess, man. They're a damn mess, man. And I went down there to the city. I went to some of the budget meetings, and like ones at City Hall and a couple of things, and man, they really are a mess, man. They really are. Purcell, no options. I don't trade options. Options was always really hard for me in the pen. I couldn't get my mind around trading them. So one source you sent, what exactly is Blackwell? Is this a stock? No. So NVIDIA sells these servers with blades that people purchase, other companies, and they use for during data storage and a bunch of other stuff. So NVIDIA has a new product coming online called Blackwell. And Blackwell is the advanced version of their current product they have called, I'll think of the name in a minute, but their current product they have is the world's best selling. And NVIDIA has said that Blackwell, which is the new version of the current product, is 10 times better and comes with AI capabilities that the other previous product does not have. And so that added a version to this new Blackwell product has had pre-sales, according to NVIDIA, in the billions. People have already decided that they want people, meaning the customers who are going to purchase this product. NVIDIA's customers are other major companies. Big businesses purchase products from NVIDIA. Okay. And so NVIDIA has said that their customers have already pre-ordered this new Blackwell stuff. The orders in the billions. So people are just like, it's a shoe in. I mean, people want the damn product that ain't out yet. So that's why the stock price is so juiced. But that's what Blackwell is. I heard you street, but at Star XTA. I don't care much for fundamentals, even though the video is generally. Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point. Good point. Good point. That's true. It's a time where they don't. It's for show. They show. If you are experienced, you can go without them, because I do as well. Like if you experience, you can for sure. Yeah, that's where everybody running to. That's where the money at. AI. Um, couldn't a video be like a Facebook stock or like a big? So Nvidia is bigger than Facebook. A lot of people don't know that. Nvidia is bigger than Facebook. Nvidia is more valuable than Facebook. Nvidia, now, when it comes to profits, Facebook and Nvidia are massive companies together. I mean, but when it comes to value, how valuable the companies are, it's not even close. Nvidia is worth $3 trillion. Facebook's worth like 1 trillion, like 1.1 trillion or something like that. Maybe a little more, but okay. Yep. Can you explain how you use open and close prices, and also how you use the worth the company? So you talking about the open and close? So when you say, can you explain how to use open and close? So this is how you want to look at the open and close prices. So let's do this. Okay. So we'll use Nvidia just to show. So Nvidia stock opened Friday at $124.58. The stock closed at $123.54. The stock had a high of $127.71 and a low of $122.15. So if you say, I want to know what's the highest Nvidia stock has been today, say Sunday, say the market is open right now, and you was like, I want to know what's the highest is right now. The highest is $127.71, and the low is $122.75. So it shows you the stock has been no higher than $127, no lower than $122. So it gives you just a range of pricing. That's all that is. And you use that range of pricing to determine if you want to buy the stock or sell the stock. That's what that means. You mean so when you say how second just you guys, so when you say how can this Blackwell version be purchased, what do you mean? Do you mean if you can purchase Blackwell? Because Blackwell is a product, it's not a stock. So you can't actually buy it. Okay. Oh, only big business can. Yes. Yeah. Only big businesses. Only big businesses. Hmm. 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 It's a good point, Jay, man. P6. I'm not up on those two companies. I mean, yeah, not enough to get a game on them. The video is $123.54. Hey, Jay Nice, how are the short positions big? Are they hella big? No, Elvis, I do it actually every day, but I do use the day before to determine that. I also use the same day that I'm trading to look at it. Like tomorrow, I'm gonna look at the bid, the opening highs in the mornings. So I look at them in the mornings and throughout the day to make my determination. Yes, yeah, it's a product. Oh, no. Oh, okay, no. It's a product. Yeah. It's a product. It's a product. Product that they sell. Product they sell. All the time. All the time. For sure, for sure. Yeah, man. And it's really over, right? But you know how you be having like the last stuff to be coming up, the cough. Man, I don't know what it was. It was like last week, man, I had something. I don't know. And it was like it hit me. I laid down, woke up, and I was seeing stars. I was like, man, what the hell? You know what I mean? And man, for like 2 days, then it just left. It was just like gone. I was like, wow, it was crazy. It was crazy. Some like crazy bug or something. Based on my chart, next best buy is zone in 90. Hmm. Hmm. Next best buy zone is 90.61. Weekly order block range. Hmm. Uh Fools out here doing fireworks already. I can hear them. No, I had ate something, man. You know what? I think I ate something. At least that's what I thought. I might have ate something bad, but it wasn't. It wasn't because I had all the stuff that come out your throat. For sure, for sure, for sure, for sure, for sure, for sure. I'm on the crypto side too, man. I'm a, I'm just on the mining side, but yeah, 100%. Especially right now, it's where all the money at, or it's where it's a lot of money at. Rather, should I say? Is there anyone or platform that is your favorite for information for stocks? Yeah, Yahoo Finance, man, that's the best one for me. You know, it's easy to use. They just upgraded their features. It's a nice, good platform. Gives you a lot of good, great information. A lot of stuff right in one area. I love Yahoo. I've been looking at Yahoo Finance, man, for 20 years now. I think I've been using Yahoo Finance. I've been using Yahoo Finance forever. They got a bunch of different platforms now, though, people could use. Yeah. Hope that ain't the case. Be crazy. Being in the motherfucking pen, being in the pen ain't catch shit. And get out. And they was catching COVID in the pen like it was not even going north, man. It was crazy. All the time. Real talk. One source, appreciate it. Real talk. Hell yeah, shit. Damn that. Just motherfucker look, you be talking about, man, I'm cool. Be talking, man, hell no. Spend all that time in the pen, catch shit, get out. Man, look. No, I don't. I don't use the paid version. I just use the regular version. The paid version comes with like the few bells and whistles, but like it's not giving me any more extra tools that I can research off the free version for Yahoo Finance. So I just use that one. I ain't up on Michael Sayer or whatever. I ain't up on I ain't up on him. Be great in all types of stocks, so there is no ups and downs. For sure, for sure. Well, here's the thing, right? And this is what like people have to remember, that once you get a technique down, it's easily to be transferred over to something else. You know what I mean? So like, if you right now are just learning about crypto and trading those stocks because the money's there, that's fine, because that you're doing there is going to be able to be transferred over to other companies that you find, because you're going to pick up techniques over trading those stocks. So I'm not saying that you should or shouldn't do them that way. I'm just saying that I don't want you to think that if you see the money in the crypto right now and get that somehow you wouldn't learn about how to trade other companies, because that's not true. Because naturally, while you trade in the crypto stocks, you're going to pick up techniques that when you see the other companies, you're going to see it. See, now I see the stuff. So I don't have to do a certain level of research, right? And so that's the same way you'll get if that's the approach that you take. But it's fine either way. Man, I know, huh? PhD. Well, that's true. That's true. That's true. Parcel H, that's true. That's true. And right now, to your point, everybody is focused on the video, right? But the bigger question is why is everybody focused on the video? Like you asked, right? Why? The reason everybody is focused on the video, because NVIDIA is the biggest company the world has ever seen besides Microsoft. There's no one bigger. And so now, by pure virtue of NVIDIA being the size they are and their stock price being this low, they are the targets right now. They are the darlings right now. They are the ones that everyone is looking at because they are the big boy on the block. That's why everybody focuses on the video right now. That's why all the money is going into the video play. That's why. That's why. Hey man, have a Jiggy. Look here, man. I thought about ringing that damn bell on Wall Street, man, for years. Still do. And I think one day, unless God decide it ain't gonna happen, and I hope he don't. But anything short of him deciding it ain't gonna happen, I'm confident that I better make my way to ring that bell one day on Wall Street. That'll be the day, man. Be like, man. It's my career in finance, you know. He said, give you a week, do some study as a Michael Slayer video. You gonna come back talking crazy. I am able to travel. I am able to travel. We've been working out, still working out all that travel stuff, but I am able to travel. The pattern in the video, I determined the pattern. I determined the pattern in the video because most companies that's in the same spot that splits the same way typically does the same thing. That's how I discovered the pattern in the video. I know, huh? I'm San Quentin, man, everything. On everything. For sure, everything, man. Man, I trade all day, man. I tell people I trade 100% of the time. From 6:30 in the morning to 1:30 to 1 in the afternoon is my work hours. Every dime that I make, meaning I don't have no 9 to 5 at all or none of that. Everything that I do and I make is from trading. It's from trading. And so my thinking is you can't be out here telling everybody about trading. Oh, man, you the Oracle of San Quentin. You go out here and get these trades. And I'm out here telling people to buy the quick course. And I'm out here telling people that they could do it and all this. But I ain't trading. But I ain't doing it. So before I tell y'all to go out and make these trades and go out and do all this good stuff, I better be doing it too. So I trade full time. I trade full time and it works. It works. It works. So, man, it's so awesome. It's just so much freedom, you know. And I get up when I want to. It's just a great feeling, man. It's just wow. I hope everybody can experience this, you know. And I'm not even on a level that I want to be yet because I got other business endeavors and some things ain't falling into place. But rest assured, it is a dream come true to be trading stocks and not working for nobody. You know, straight up. For sure, man. For sure. For sure, hell yeah. Coming out of Chicago, all them other places, man. On everything. I don't trade equities. I just trade stocks. No, I don't like Robinhood. I like Fidelity, Merrill Edge, other accounts like that. My goal is to do this. For sure, man. For sure. That's what I'm saying. See how y'all got these goals to trade? You know what I mean? Straight up, man. And this the thing about it. Look, this the thing about it, man. They keep talking that shit. Look, man. Everywhere you go on the internet, it's hey, man, come over here with this AI. Come over here with this quick bot. You can do 20%. Click the box. It's all over the internet. But if it's that easy to do, then why ain't nobody doing it? This is my thing. And of course, it's people trading. But if you could just click the AI and click the little bots, why is people not doing it? You know how many people want to learn how to trade? Why ain't nobody? Why people not clicking those buttons in droves, going out saying, "Hey man, look what the AI doing for me"? Like why? Because that shit is unrealistic. You have to be realistic to trading. You can't jump straight to millions of dollars. You can't jump straight to 30, 40%. That's false. You got to build a platform for that. You got to put things in place for that. And so I try to tell people the real way. I'm trading for real. I don't got no AI, no bots added to this shit. I'm sitting in the room. I got my trading platform with 5 monitors. Some people might want 2. 1, 1, 1. I got top of the line phones, right? This is what I'm using as my trading platform, right? I got like 4 phones. I got, look at this one. It's one of the, see if you guys see one of my new monitors. Look, it's one of my new monitors right here. Look, it's one of my other monitors right here. Right? I got one on this side. So like you got to be serious about trading. You got to be serious about doing it. So I didn't take my money and go buy cars and homes and all this shit. I took my money and bought trading stuff. I didn't go out here and go Hollywood. Oh, what? I can't, what? I ain't got to be sitting where I'm sitting. I ain't got to be talking to people and helping people. But if it's going to be real and you're really going to do it, you got to do it and build the system in place. I can't just get out the pen and start trading. Oh, look at me on Wall Street. It don't work that way. I don't go straight from prison straight to trading the hedge funds. It don't work that way. But I ain't been broke a day since I've been out. Ain't gonna be broke a day since I've been out. Ain't gonna be broke no more since I ever in my life again, because I understand how to trade and how to manage properly and how to use the investments to live my life in a way that's well managed. That's what the trading has done for me. So, man, yeah, you could do it. Yeah, but you have to make some adjustments. Yep. Once you get going, though, yeah, I got a head start on everybody. I was doing this shit in prison. When y'all was out here working jobs and taking care of your families, I was in there busting my ass learning about stocks. So I'm light years away from people. People ain't never going to learn what I've learned. They ain't never going to understand fully how I get it. It's never going to happen. So I tell them, don't try, forget about it. You don't need to know what I know to trade stocks. You don't. There's nothing special about what I've discovered. The only thing special about me is my work ethic. That's it, man. I'm just driven. I'm tunnel vision with this shit. Generational wealth is no joke. And it's in the grasp. It's not some far off dream to me. So because it's not, I decide to manage now so I can get it faster by sacrificing now. And I'm happy to do that. That's how you get what you're trying to get to with this trading stuff. And I tell you, man, it's awesome. It's awesome. I trade full time. I mean, man, it's like, I don't know, it's just, it's like a crazy feeling. It's like it's like you like you making the money. I'm up. I'm just kind of like, what I mean? I ain't got to put on no damn clothes. I just get up and trade. Get up, eat me. I ain't got to, man, it's crazy. It's crazy. Man, I'm so blessed that God gave me the understanding. Man, I'm glad he didn't teach me how to play in the NBA. I'm glad he didn't. Glad he taught me and gave me. I hate I had to go to prison to get it, but I'm glad he blessed me with the wisdom to understand financial education. And it's been my greatest ally. It's been my greatest ally. And to be the greatest ally to everyone as well. I guarantee it. Guarantee 100%. 100%. Okay. I'm going to take a couple. We're going to wrap it up here shortly, but let me see this right here. How can I determine, okay?
I didn't get that. Could you try again?
What the fuck? The fuck was that? The hell? Oh, that's that, man. That shit scared the shit out of me. Hey. Thought the motherfuckers in my room. Crazy. Switch to triple beam for the triple screen. Man, on everything. Man, triple screen on everything. Real talk. Jay Nice, real talk, man. Real talk. Feel good, too. The rotation ain't no joke, man. For real, for real. You know what I mean? Man. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. Appreciate that, Rachel. Thank you. I appreciate that. All the time, man. All the time. Sometimes it take to see something else to take it serious. You know what I mean? I didn't take getting out of prison serious until I was already in there 15 years. That's when I decided to take getting out of prison serious 15 years into my sentence. So we don't always take it serious. We just pray that when it comes to you, you take it. When the knowledge comes to you and you get blessed to receive it, take it. Take it. I never would have gained my freedom if I wouldn't have taken the blessing that came with the data, the knowledge. So if you think I'm providing the knowledge that you need to change your thinking and your platform, take it. Please take it. I'm telling you, take it. It changes everything. It changes everything. You be wealthy before you even get there. I'm so motherfucking happy. It's crazy. It's crazy. People like, man, you just, because I know where I'm going. I know what's right. I see it. It's right there. And so, that's the feeling that you get. That's the feeling that you get. I've been following trading the hardest all the time. Man, I know, I know, straight up. I know, man. I know. That's how I be. You can't wait. You be juice. You be juice. You just be like, man, you just be like, so, like, man, I can't wait to trade. And once you really, really get your thing down and you really get your confidence level up, that's what I'm saying. Like, trading is going to be like driving your car or the other things that you do confident in your life. So I'm going to say this before I go. Think of it like this. Each one of you has something you doing in your life or some things that you confident about. That don't mean you don't make mistakes in the area, none of that, but you confident. I'm talking about so confident, right? Maybe you drive good. Maybe you cook good. Maybe you clean well. Maybe you watch your kids good, whatever, right? You confident in that area. So when it comes to you, you just do your thing. That's what you trying to get with in trading. That same feeling that you got doing the other thing. Because that will make trading second nature. It won't be about if you're making millions or tens of thousands. You'll make money so sufficiently, well, you'll make it when you need to. And that's a fact. And that's the feeling that you get from doing this. You know what I mean? So for sure. I know 100% you gonna get that. And what's up, man? What's good, man? What's good? What's good? How can I have Bitcoin so I can place investments? Trying to determine the pattern of Bitcoin is going to be hard, okay? Because Bitcoin trades every day, 24 hours a day. So that makes it hard to get a pattern down to determine if the pattern is based on a particular type of information, because Bitcoin doesn't have any day where the information has a time to be digested by other people, okay? Because it moves all the time. So it's extremely hard to find a pattern in Bitcoin. Extremely hard. Maybe some others, but it's really a hard task. I've tried. Man, first day out, man, it was a mixed bag. You know, I felt I was excited. I was overly emotional. I was happy. And I was sad, man. The sad part came because I was home, and my family, people I've known all my life. I've been in prison all my life. So, it's people that raised me, for like father figures, brothers, when I done been in wars and being wrapped into stuff, they didn't save my life, literally. So I left them people there when I left and came home. So, the days leading to me knowing that I was coming home, you seeing your family for the last time, unless they get out. And I got family in there that's not getting out. So that was a mixed bag for me, getting out. I didn't think I would feel that, but I did. Outside of that, man, I was all over the moon. It was my first time being free ever in my life, even when I was a teenager and an adult. So man, I just, and every day since the first day I came home has been over the moon, right? My first day is, I've been out 15, 16 months now, and I feel the same way I felt when I first got out. I'm never unhappy, I'm never sad, even life stuff, but like, man, like I'm free. I'm happy every day. It's nothing. I don't see how I could be sad about something. Maybe that's different for people that's already been out all their life, but like, how can I be sad about stuff? I'm free. So man, it's been great. It's been awesome, man. I'm just man, even when I'm sick and I'm like, man, shit ain't going right, I'm still happy. It's a crazy feeling, man. Like, when I was sick the other day, I was happy being sick because I'm free. I'm like, damn, I could be sick in prison. So, I was sick in prison. Now I'm sick out. Like, I'm out. So yeah, man, happy every day. Happy every day, for sure. Thank you for asking me that. I appreciate that. For sure. First step, open up the account. Once you get the account open, you deposit as much money as you can put in there. That's it. And you start trading. Yeah. We come on live, and you ask, hey man, what stock y'all follow? What you doing? And then I, provide all that good stuff. Point and go, 12. Thank you, my brother. I appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. One source. I appreciate that. No. There is not any books that I've read that inspired me enough to recommend to people. Like, yeah. That's a good question. I never read any books like that. Outside of like finance stuff. Yeah. Yeah. Outside of finance stuff. Man, welcome home. Welcome home, man. To you as well. Welcome home, my brother. Welcome home. Appreciate that, man. I appreciate that a lot. I appreciate that. All right, y'all. I gotta go. Got to get ready to go, man. Market's open in the morning. You already know. I got some things I got to do. Got things I got to do. Take care of. Go get this money, man. Thank you for tapping in. I so appreciate it, man. I so appreciate it. We're going to tap in again. Tell everybody y'all know, man. Is anybody that's serious about trying to get this money and trying to be positive and trying to get the full understanding of what's going on, man? Tap into our lives. Come through, man. Bring your questions. Let's get this money. Be happy. Support everybody, man. Much love and respect, man. I'll see y'all next week. Peace out, man. Your boy Straight.